What's up? What's up? Y'all know life be lifing. I'm your life coach, Lala, your family, your friend. So grab you a seat, take a deep breath, and let's get into it. Oh my God, y'all. When I say life has been lifing this week, for the last week, I mean it. And what really hit home for me is my love and resilience quote for today is resilience isn't a silent endurance. It's a loud refusal to let a bad day become a bad life. And that really hits with me because when I tell y'all my car my car messed up on me yesterday. My key fob said that I need to change my battery. I changed the battery, and then it just stopped registering to my car. My car died on me while I was washing it. I had to call my nephew to come jump me, and then I had to fly home. Then, when I got up this morning, my car was dead as a doorknob. So, apparently, my fan stayed on and did not go off and made my car made my car die. I was late for work this morning, and then I called the cab. They were supposed to come. They didn't show up, quit answering the phones. Uber was over expensive. And then when I called a ride and got a ride, their car broke down. So then I had to catch another ride to work today. I made it to work an hour and a half late, y'all. And when I say my whole day, I could have let that make my whole day bad. And I chose not to. I talked about it. I did not dwell on it. I did not stay in that energy. But I was frustrated. I could not believe why me. And what is so, we have to always remember that, yes, we're going through life, and yes, life is going to be lifing, but there is always someone, somewhere, that is in a worse situation than you. And I literally experienced that today because the Uber driver that gave me a ride to work, I was just telling him about, I've been putting money in this car, the check engine light keeps coming on, I keep having issues with this car. And he started sharing with me that, his brother has cancer and he decided to stop treatment. And now that he brought his brother home, and he's an older gentleman, he's in his 60s, and his brother's in the 70s or something. And him and his wife is taking care of his brother. He was where he used to be able to Uber and go home, pick up his wife, and they go home and have a quiet evening, that no longer exists anymore. And that made me think back when my brother had cancer, and we ended up bringing him home, and he wanted to not do chemo, and chemo was no longer helping him, and we kind of just brought him home, and he died at home in the comfort of the house. So that kind of brought back that situation for me. And then also his wife's dad is sick as well. So when he was sharing these things with me, it kind of I was like, you know what? I'm going to pray for you because I may be going through something, but you're definitely going through something that is way deeper than what I got going on. And not to say what I got going on is not relevant, but his situation is way worse. And if this man is out here still Ubering, still taking care of his wife, still going to work, they're still functioning, why am I letting this, or why would I let this ruin and say I'm having a bad day just from a few moments or a couple of bad situations? My day could have easily turned bad, and it did not. I went to work, I was productive, I learned some things. I was still worried about my car, I'm not gonna lie. I was frustrated, I wanted to cry, but I did not. I stuck it out. I hung in there. And being resilient to me is, having a plan, always bouncing back, always finding a positive in that negative, and always being willing to pivot and have options. And I'm telling you, like, these last 6 months have been stretching me, um, putting me in some real tough situations. And I just know at the end of this, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, because all of this is not for nothing. It is preparing me for something great. It is preparing me to deal with the things that I have ahead. I feel like it's a test to see how I would deal with these things now. Because previously in the past, I would just be like, you know what, forget it. Forget this car. I'm not finna deal with it. And that's where I was at with it. But I didn't let it get me down. I still had a good day. Little frustrated because I gotta disconnect my battery and reconnect it just to be able to drive the car. But it could be worse. I could not have a car to drive, and at least the key is now back registering to the car. Don't know what happened to the key, but all of a sudden I came back, jumped the car, and the key is back saying that it detects the key. At first it was saying no key detected. So I done called a locksmith. This man done came all the way from Jeff City, and as soon as he got here, the key started working, y'all. Like, when I tell you, and he even, it's crazy. Because he didn't even charge me. He was going to charge a $50 service fee, and he did not. He did not charge that fee. So that saved my sister some money. I'm sure she's happy about that $50. But now I got my brother trying to help me figure out what's wrong with the car. So we're going to get it figured out. But in the meantime, I have found a temporary solution, is all I'm saying. Although it's not an ideal situation and it's not a solution to my problem, it's a temporary fix that will help me get through this hurdle, that will help me get through whatever this is that I have going on. Because life is lifing over here. And I still have to go to work. I still have to get my kids to daycare. I still have to function as a parent. I have bills to pay. I have life to live. And I just can't. I could have said, oh, I'm having a bad day. But I create my day. And I did not allow those little incidents that happen frequently. I was a little frustrated, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like I handled it well. I did not let it get me down. I still did what I was supposed to do. Although I was late for work, like, I was so frustrated. I just wanted to come home, go back to sleep, and wake up and start all over again. That's where I was at with it. But I pushed through it. I was being resilient. I was being a problem solver. I was basically just reminding myself that, things could be worse. There are people in a worse situation than you. This is just something minor. It's just a hurdle to get over. This is just a test. Like, those are the things that I kept telling myself. And it is, yes. When I say y'all, it has been. It has been. So with that being said, the goal is for you to share a story, or just to even think about a time that, or even this week or over the week that, you may have overreacted to something, or maybe some little incident caused your whole day to go wrong. But at the end of the day, you control your day. Just because you have a bad morning or a bad incident that happens throughout the day, you don't let that control your day. You don't let that take over your whole mindset and let that become a big issue than what it needs to be. And always remember, there is someone else somewhere in this world in a worse situation than you. And sometimes we just have to take a step back and be grateful for where we at, be able to pivot and be willing to learn new ways and find different ways to solve our problems. And I feel like it was just forcing me to ask for help, because I don't like to ask for help. I typically suffer in silence, and it has caused me to be like, hey, can you help me do this? Can you do this for me? Whereas I would not have did this normally. I'm very independent, very. And my son my youngest son, he made me really realize that, because when my nephew was taking me around to change the battery in my key fob, like, he kept asking, he's like, Auntie, I'll go in there for you. And I kept wanting to get out the truck and go do it myself, because I'm so used to doing everything myself that when somebody offers it, I don't know how to receive it. So I had to sit back and actually allow him to do it for me. And my son's like, Mom, we all know you want to be independent, but sometimes you let somebody else take care of you. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. So I sat back because the controller in me wants to go in there. I still end up going there anyway at the end of the day. But the two times, it took me the second time, and I still gave him time to do what he needs to do. But it's just me, actually, it's not me just being a controller, but also I want to know what's going on, or, you know, what the issue is. So if I have this problem again, that I can fix it on my own. But I honestly feel like these last 2 days, if I really honestly think about it, it's making me, or have me, and allowing me to let others help me, and allowing me to be able to ask for help, and not just try to be so independent, and to be okay with allowing others to do for me, and taking and accepting help when it is being offered. That is my biggest problem. I won't help, but then when people offer help, I sometimes don't let them help me. I don't want to wait. I don't want to ask, and I don't want it done. I usually say, yeah, I'll do it, and then I'll go and do it on my own. I'll try to figure it out. I'm like, yep, I don't need your help anymore. And I'm learning to not do that, and just to ask for help and be okay with asking for help. That is something that I have been working on, and honestly, I think it has been a test for the last 2 days. And I can say, honestly, I've passed it, because I've allowed help. I've reached out for help, and I'm allowing them to help me fix my problem, and not me just trying to fix it on my own. They are assisting me in doing it. I am helping coming up with solutions, but I'm allowing others to help me with my situation. And if that hits home with you, and if you have not already, I need you to like, share, subscribe, share my video, follow me on TikTok. I have a YouTube channel, Coach Lala. It may be Coach Life Resilience. I'm on Facebook, of course, as always. And I have been checking out. I've been seeing people reels. I've been seeing my cousin, she opened up her shop, like she's doing hair. Like, I've been seeing a lot of things. I just have not been posting because I've been so busy. I'm trying to get caught up at my new job, so I've been putting in extra hours. I've been working 6 days a week. So I've been doing what I've been having to do to, you know, get myself caught up. Although I was not part of the problem, I want to be part of the solution, because at the end of the day, I do have plans on just showing what it is that I can do and contribute as far as team-wise go. And then to let others know that I got this, I can do this. Like, you can trust me. And they already trust me. I don't have to be micromanaged to do my job. But it is a hurdle for me to get over, because it is a new career for me. It is a huge learning curve. And then I want to learn everything right now. Like, I want to know right now. I want to be perfect right now. And this is taking time. I'm willing to wait. I'm giving myself grace. I'm having the patience. With that being said, you guys, thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you guys for watching my channel. Thank you guys for listening to me rant and rave, and just supporting me, and just allowing me to be me. Because that's all I know how to do. I just know how to be transparent, and just bring my honest self in front of you guys. So, love you, bye.